I didn't get into running until I had like a cascading amount of events pile on top of each other that made me realize that I needed to make a change in my life or else things were not going to go in a good direction.
Hmm.
So it all started in 2018 where I've always kind of suffered with mental health issues, massive depression issues and anxiety through the roof my entire life, PTSD, what have you, things like that. And it had kind of culminated up and up and up over the last year or two with me at the beginning of 2018 taking my life or trying to take my life. I apologize.
Okay.
Trying to take my life. And I got out of the hospital and then I thought that that was kind of going to be the worst of it. And I started to work on myself in therapy over time. But I had my girlfriend of 3 years break up with me who I thought I was going to marry. And after that, I lost an uncle of mine who was like a father to me. I grew up
Mm.
without one, raised in a single family household, so losing him was a really big detriment to me. And he also was the first person in my family to ever teach me that having some sort of mental health issue that you need to have taken care of does not mean that there's something wrong with you. He suffered with it himself, and everybody else in my family kind of just brushed it under the rug except for him. And then after that, I found out a few months later at the beginning of the summer that I needed to have a major surgery in order to stave off cancer, and that if I didn't get it done pretty quickly, it was going to be, it could lead to something that would be very bad. And it was a major surgery. It was multiple hours of it, and it was probably some of the most debilitating recovery pain I've ever had in my life that I wouldn't wish on anybody. And it failed. And so I needed to have surgeries for the rest of 2018, consistently about every 2 weeks to make sure that this didn't happen. And so, before work, I would go in right when they open, have the surgery, and then have to make my way over to work and try to act like everything was fine.
Hmm.
And what really culminated in me starting to run was going to a primary doctor for the first time in about 4-ish years. I can't remember how long it had been, but I had been having these really bad migraines that were just so debilitating. I
Hmm.
was vomiting. I was so sensitive to light. I wasn't able to really do anything. And so we tried to find out what was happening, and we discovered my blood pressure was like high hypertension too.
Hmm.
And he did all of the tests that you can name under the sun to try to find out what was happening. Because I just turned 30. He was like, there's no reason really for you to be put on medication because you're so young and all this stuff. And we came to find out that it just is hereditary. My entire family has high blood pressure. And he told me that if I didn't start taking care of myself and taking care of my body and eating better, that I would have a massive heart attack or a stroke and I would die.